I'm finally by myself so I can film. I'm gonna try to film as much as I can this week. It's kind of hard, but it's fine. So I'm gonna film a little reading vlog. I'm scared. This book is so hyped up on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and literally everywhere. So I am scared, but I'm loving it so far. I'm basically on chapter 13. I'm like on the very last page of chapter 12. So I'm making a good steady progress. I'm about 25% through already, like a quarter of the way through already. So like I said, I'm gonna try to film as much as I can. I've filmed a few clips here and there. I know that from what I've heard, this book doesn't really get good until like the ending. So I will try to film as much of me reading that as I can. Like I said, it's just kind of hard because there's always people around and I feel awkward filming when there's other people around. So, but look at this. It's gorgeous, honestly. I'm loving this. And then pool down there. I was sitting like right over there this morning, and I sat over there yesterday, and I sat over there yesterday. I might go back down in a little bit and keep filming, maybe, if I'm by myself. I don't want to film, especially at the pool, if there's like a bunch of other people around. I mean, I'll set my phone up and, you know, quietly, like, film. I think there's a bird on the water. Quietly film, just like a few clips to put in here. Like I said, I'm going to try to film as much as I can because I do want to film this video. I do want to film a reading vlog of ACOTAR. Like I said, it's my first time reading it, and it is a very hyped up book. So I am excited, and I am going to try to film as much as I can. But it's a little difficult. I know I keep saying that, but honestly though, I'm having a fun time with ACOTAR so far. I'm only on chapter 13-ish, you know. This is not going to be a spoiler-free vlog, so I'm sorry for the people that haven't read it who can't really watch this. I mean, unless you want to be spoiled, then that's up to you. That's perfectly fine by me. I don't care. I've managed to avoid spoilers myself so far, so. But yeah, I don't know. I know that we're not supposed to like Tamlin. I know that in the first book he's like okay and, you know, lovable, and then the rest of the books he's not. I know that much. I know like bits and pieces of ACOTAR. Like I know who ends up with who so far. Like I know Nesta and Cassian get together. I know Feyre and Rhys get together. Rhysand, is that how you say it? I think I'm gonna have to look it up. I have to hear it like a few times how it's supposed to be pronounced for me to actually pronounce it right, but I think that's how you're supposed to say it. Rhysand. If not, I'll figure it out. But I know Feyre is Feyre. So, like I said, no bits and pieces. But yeah, this is not going to be spoiler free, so be warned now. I'm invested, but I'm not like invested. Like I'm not obsessed invested, but I am invested. Like I want to know where this is going. Tamlin is interesting, and I'm curious if I'm actually gonna end up hating him, because I kind of like when characters are assholes. If you know me, then you know that I like asshole characters, so we're gonna see. I'm liking, what's his name? The guy with one eye. Lucian, right? I think that's his name. Lucian. I'm liking him too. I'm vibing with him. Feyre is kind of irritating me a little bit, and I feel bad for saying that. I'm sure I'm gonna love her. I'm sure that, like, you know, she'll develop and she'll get better. But the whole, like, oh no, I'm being punished by being taken care of because I killed someone. Like, I don't know, it just kind of irritates me a little bit. But whatever. I am gonna keep reading while everyone's down at the park over there and I'm by myself. I might go down to the pool again in a little bit. For now, I'm trying not to burn myself too bad because I've already started to burn, so my nose too. So I'm trying to take it easy and not get super sunburned, which seems impossible honestly because I'm still here for another, what's today, Friday? I'm still here for another like 2 days. So it seems impossible that I'm not gonna get burnt, which kind of sucks, but whatever. I'm used to it by now. I keep wiping my nose. I'm finally, so my last video, I was sick. I had like a sore throat, and then after I filmed that, it really kicked in, and I was like bedridden. My friends did pull through though. Some of my friends pulled through, and Rain was a real one. Rain got me some medicine and some ginger ale and some soup. So shout out to Rain. I love you. But yeah, so I'm finally kind of getting over that, but my nose is still super runny, which is annoying because I want to not be blowing my nose all day long, but whatever. Now I'm kind of just enjoying sitting here filming because I have the opportunity to do so. I am excited for this. I really am. I've kind of been like putting off ACOTAR because, like I said, it's very hyped up. Like, I'm sure even if you haven't read it, like, you've at least heard of it because it is very hyped up. Sarah J Maas in general, like, hyped the fuck up. Her books are always hyped up, which I'm starting to understand why. I'm loving this so far. I am excited for this. So, and I know everybody says that like the other books, like, it just kind of gets better as you go along. So I'm definitely very intrigued. And I have the whole ACOTAR set. I bought pretty much the whole set for myself. My grandpa bought me a quart of Thorns and Roses. And then I bought the rest of the series off of Amazon. And yeah, I've kind of been putting it off. Like, I've had those books for a little bit now. I've had them probably since like the beginning of the year, like January, because I got ACOTAR for Christmas for my grandpa. And then yeah, I don't know, I've been putting them off. I've been scared to dive into this because I also know that Throne of Glass and Crescent City, you're supposed to read those ones too. I mean, you don't have to, but like I know that they're like in like the same universe, so it's kind of a good idea to read them. I have Throne of Glass, Assassin's Blade, Crown of Midnight, and Heir of Fire, and then I have the first Crescent City book, which I can't remember what the name of it is, but I have the first one. And then I'm gonna try to get the rest of them because I do want to read those ones too. I've heard that those ones are pretty good. I've heard that Crescent City is like hefty when it comes to like the fantasy and like the world building. And like I said, I have the first one, and I know that book is like fucking this thick. Like it's a brick of a book. So but I am very excited for it. So hopefully it's as good as everybody says it is. It's a vibe, honestly. It's a vibe, like sitting out here and just reading books all day long. That's what I've been doing. And there's a Walmart down the road that their book section is huge. If I like go to Walmart again, I'm gonna film it and I'm gonna show you guys that book section because it is so big. I was like, because my Walmart doesn't have that many books, honestly. Like, my Walmart definitely has like a good selection of books, but there aren't very many. That Walmart had like 6 fucking like rows of books. It was like 3 aisles and then like split down the half, so like 6 kind of. But there's so many. They had Twisted by Anna Huang. They had the Kings of Sin series by Anna Huang. They had Done and Dusted. They had pretty much anything by Sarah J Maas that you can think of, or Moss. Is it Maas or Moss? I don't know. I switch between saying Moss and Mass, whatever. Anyways, Sarah J Maas. Sounds like I'm just saying Moss. Mass? I don't know. Anyways, they had, what else did they have? They had so many. They had Emily McIntyre's Never After series. They had so many other ones. They had the Dreamland Billionaire series, which I just finished that series like the night that we got here. read the last book, Final Offer. I kind of read it and listened to it in the car, and then I finished it here, like, as we got here, pretty much. But yeah, that Walmart was amazing. I wish my Walmart was like that. Which, I could show you guys the books that I got from Walmart. My mom got them for me. So, look at, ignore my tissues, but I got Twisted by Emily McIntyre, and then I got the Wicked King, and then this one I've had, that one doesn't count, but these two, I got those two. I really, so I've read the Never After series already. I read it on my Kindle. I read the entire series, and that was last month, which I included it in my reading wrapped if you guys want to check that out. But I really wanted that book. I saw it and I was like, I need it. I've been obsessed with it. I like haven't stopped thinking about it, like, at all. Like, I have not stopped thinking about that book in particular, Twisted. It's so good. I love Cross too, and I think Cross and Twisted are kind of competing for my favorites, but at the moment I really want to reread Twisted, so I was like, I'm gonna get the physical one. I wanted it anyways, but I was like, this is the perfect opportunity. There's birds. This is the perfect opportunity for me to get Twisted. And then The Wicked King is the second book to The Cruel Prince, which I have and haven't read yet, but I do plan on it. So I wanted to get the second book too. I'm the type of person that buys the whole series before I read the first book, which probably isn't a good idea, but it's fine. I'm sure plenty of people do that. So that's what I did with ACOTAR too. I literally bought like the entire set of ACOTAR before I read it. But at least now I have all the books, so I don't have to wait to get the new book or like the next book. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to wait to get the next book. I can just read the whole series in one go. And I think that's perfect. So, oh my god. The bird. It's a bird. The bird is so close. Hello, birdie. You're so cute. I'm thinking I might head down to the pool. I'm officially on chapter 13 of ACOTAR, but I'm thinking I might go down to the pool and read for a little bit. I kind of miss it. I've been up for like half an hour. Yeah, I think I might. Let's go. Why not? Saturday and I'm really tired. And I can hear the people downstairs at the pool. So I don't think I'm gonna go down there for a little bit, but I have been trying to read as much of ACOTAR as I can. I'm really liking it so far. I've gotten a decent amount like through it so far, all things considered. You know, I mean, there's so many people around and like I don't have a whole lot of time to read it, and I don't have a whole lot of like areas to sit and read it really, but I'm not gonna be like, you know, bothered by somebody else. But I think I'm on chapter 18 or 19, I can't remember. My book light is on here because I was reading it last night. I stayed up a little late last night to read more. Okay, yeah, I'm on chapter 19, so I'm after the Naja? Is that how you say it? Naja? Naga? I don't know. However you say it. The things that try to kill her and the cereal. Cereal? I don't know. If I'm wrong, if I'm pronouncing anything wrong, I apologize. It's a fantasy book. I'm sure you get it. I mean, I just don't know how to pronounce it yet. And I have to like hear somebody else pronouncing something a few times in order to get it right. So if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. But I just got to all that and the part where Lucian and Tamlin take her to like the little glen, and then there's like the pool of starlight, right? The pool of starlight, and they like go swimming or whatever in it, and then Lucian gives her the knife, and yeah, and she asked for paint, and then there was the fairy that got his wings like cut off by whoever. I'm thinking, so I have seen like cosplays and bits and pieces of like ACOTAR, you know, on Instagram and on TikTok. So I'm thinking the she that everybody keeps mentioning is Amarantha. Is that how you say her name? Amarantha? I think it's Amarantha. I don't know. But I think that's who that is. I could be wrong, but I think that's who it is. Because from what I've seen, like, I've mostly seen cosplays. Well, I've mostly seen one cosplay of her, and she's got like the red hair. And from what I've seen and like the clips that like from the audiobook that they used on TikTok, she's a bitch. So I think that might be who that is. Question mark? I guess we'll find out. But yeah, so I'm sitting in the hotel room by myself. I just woke up like maybe 20 minutes ago. I had a late night, so I also like ended up with like 5 books somehow. I say somehow, but I know what happened. So I have A Court of Thorns and Roses. I have A Court of Mist and Fury, which is the second one. I brought that one just in case I do finish this one. I don't think realistically that I will, but I might. And the car ride home is like 3 hours. So I could end up finishing that in the car and move on to that one. And then there's a Walmart down the road that I talked about yesterday too. I got Twisted by Emily McIntyre, and I got The Wicked King. I think that's what it's called. I think I talked about this already. But and then I have The Deal, which was gifted to me off of my Amazon wish list, so thank you. I think it was, her name's Brie, I think. I don't know. I have to look. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Brianna gifted me The Deal, which, thank you. That was for Wishlist Wednesday, so I truly appreciate it if, you know, she's watching. If not, oh well, I still appreciate it. But yeah, so now I have a bunch of books, and I also have my Kindle with me. I have my Kindle because I was finishing Final Offer on the way here, and then I finished it like a little bit after we got here. So It's just been sitting in my suitcase because I haven't needed it. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna find something to eat and maybe get dressed and read for a little bit. So I got dressed, thought about going down to the car show, but I don't feel like walking that far. So I'm thinking I might just go down to the pool, and my hair is being really stupid. It's not gonna work. I might just go down to the pool and sit there and read. I think that's what I'm gonna do because I'm bored. I might go down to the show later, but I don't really feel like walking all the way down to the show right now because it's kind of far. So I think I'm just gonna go down to the pool and read my book and swim in the water for a second. Chapter and then probably dip in the pool for a second. There's nobody else out here right now. It's literally just me, which is a vibe, honestly. I'm kind of enjoying it while everybody's away. I'm enjoying the peace and quiet while I can. My grandma's supposed to be here within a couple hours, or like within an hour and a half or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember what she said. And then my dad and my brother and his mom are supposed to be down here too in a little bit. So after that, I probably won't get much peace and quiet until maybe tomorrow, which tomorrow's supposed to be busy, so I don't even know if I'll have time tomorrow, but that's why for now I'm going to enjoy it. Today, but I did read a little bit more, and I got to the part where Reese is like introduced. I know it's him because of like TikTok and Instagram. I know the whole "there you are, I've been looking for you." Every time I hear that line, I can only think of Howl's Moving Castle, which I'm sure is what it's referencing, but that's like all I can think of. But yeah, so I got to that part, chapter 21. I'm very red, I'm very burnt, so whatever. Anyways, I just got to that part. I'm invested, honestly. I'm curious what this whole ritual thing is about. I'm intrigued. I'm trying to remember what I've read so far. I don't really remember, mostly. But I'm enjoying it, and I just wanted to give a little update that I am still reading, just very slowly, and I just got to Reese being introduced for the first time. I'm gonna keep reading for a little bit because nobody's here. It's literally just me. So I'm gonna keep reading for a little bit, but I think I'm gonna come inside. I was sitting outside, eating pickles and chips. So that's where I've been sitting. And there's a little moth friend right here. He's a little moth, if it'll focus. Focus on the moth. There he is. He's a cute little guy. I'm up, but I really don't want to be. I'm leaving today, unfortunately. I need to start packing my stuff, but I wanted to do another little check-in. I filmed as much as I could this week, so I'm probably still gonna film when I get home. I'm about 55% through ACOTAR right now. I'm on chapter 26, so I just got past all of the like great right thing and Feyre and Tamlin kissing, so I'm worried for Feyre because I know that Tamlin ends up not being that good, It's really hard not to love him though in this book. Like, I get why, you know, people are so mad at him, because you really do fall in love with him in this book. And then I know something's going to happen, he's gonna fuck it up. So I'm probably gonna keep reading this in the car. It's like a 3-hour drive, so I'm probably gonna keep reading in the car. And I'm thinking I'll bring my reading journal and the second book into the car with me, just so I can easily have access to them in case I do finish this in the car ride. I'm gonna get everything packed up and ready to go, and yeah, I'll try to film in the car some of my reading. I'm home and very tired. I need a nap. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna take a little while, maybe just chill on the couch for a bit, and then I'm gonna get back to reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. I'm currently on chapter 31, which I think I'm like, honestly, like 63% through. So I'm gonna try to finish it today, and then I will wrap up this video and talk about the book. Honestly, it's been crazy. I, like, knowing what I know about Tamlin, I don't trust him at all. Like, throughout this book, like, I do love the content that we get with him and Feyre, and like, I get why people like him in this book, especially if like you don't know what kind of character he turns out to be later on. But knowing like that he ends up not being that great, I'm like, I don't trust anything that he does. I don't trust the whole like taking care of Feyre's family, taking care of Feyre, getting her pain, like, you know, doing all these sweet gestures. Like, I don't trust it. And I don't know how else to explain it other than like, I just don't trust him. Like, it's weird to me almost. But yeah, so the great rite was weird too. Like, the ritual thing was interesting. Why? I mean, like, I understand why from like, you know, like the book's perspective, but also why? Was that necessary? Apparently it was, but whatever. And then I was right about Amarantha. It was Amarantha, the she that everybody kept talking about. So I knew that. Like I said, I knew bits and pieces of this going into it. So it's like, it's not completely a surprise to me, but majority of it, I have no idea what's going on. I just know like little bits and pieces. So I'm gonna try to finish it. And I started editing my video too, and it's pretty long. It's longer than I thought it would be so far, so I think that's good. I'm gonna see what I can edit down, because right now it's like 40 minutes long, and that's long. I don't need all that. I'm gonna try to maybe keep it around 30 minutes if I can, and if not, I'm probably gonna split it into 2 parts. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so I'm gonna chill for a bit and then get back to reading. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, so I'm on chapter 46. She died? She died. And they did something and brought her back? Is that what happened? Because she's back. She's a high fae. Amaranth is dead. I'm like, what the fuck? I knew she was gonna become a high fae because of like the cosplays and the art that I've seen of her with like the pointed ears. I knew it was gonna happen, but I didn't know that was how it was gonna happen. I didn't expect it to happen like this soon. What the fuck? Oh god. I don't know why I'm crying. What had they done? Word. What had they done? What the fuck? I'm on 408. I'm almost done. Okay, so the way that she talks about it, like the way that she talks about being a high fae, how everything's like heightened, kind of reminds me of Twilight when Bella turns into a vampire. And that might sound very stupid, but that's what it's reminding me of like that like overwhelming, like everything is too loud, too bright, everything feels different, like it's an adjustment and it's freaking her out. But that's what it reminds me of. Twilight or the Vampire Diaries, because it happens like very similarly, like where, you know, they get changed into a vampire and then everything's like heightened and they can see more clearly, they can hear more clearly, like all of that, and it's like overwhelming. So that's what this is reminding me of right now. I finished it. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm not over that she is a high fae now. That's gonna be interesting. She's still illiterate though. I am honestly like in shock, especially considering like how much I had going into this, like knowledge wise, how much I knew already. I was still like very invested and very like surprised at some things. It was so good. I have no regrets. This book is fucking amazing and I cannot wait to start the next one. I might do that tonight, honestly, but like, oh my god. I don't know what else to say. It's like, I feel like this vlog is a mess, by the way, but it's fine. It's a bit of a mess, but it's fun anyways. But yeah, I mean, when I started it, I didn't think that like this one would be, you know, like as entertaining, I guess. Like, I wasn't expecting to be obsessed with it, especially based off of like what I've heard from everybody else. Like, everybody doesn't really enjoy this one very much, and then they get to like the second one and so on and so forth, and they really like those ones. A lot of people seem to favor the second book a lot, but like I loved this. I like had a hard time putting this down, honestly. If I weren't like on vacation when I picked this up, I probably would have finished it a lot faster because I would have had more time to sit and read. So good. I mean, like, just the world building was easy to understand. It was easy to like grasp what was going on without too much being given away. You know, like it still had like that, like, I guess, like intriguing kind of like suspense to it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It was still good, and it was fast paced, but it wasn't like too fast paced. It was like the perfect amount of world building and like plot to the actual book. And again, I get why people love Tamlin in this book. Like, I completely understand it, because he is very lovable in this book. But I'm scared because I know that he ends up not being that wonderful. Lucian, I'm in love with Lucian. Like, in love with him. Amarantha, I'm in love with her too. Like, I'm kind of upset that she's dead. Like, I kind of like her. She's crazy, and I love that. Like, she is fucking insane. She is like wicked. The whole like stabbing innocent fairies, like, it really shows how much Feyre has like grown during the book. You know, she goes from killing this wolf that she knows, like, there's a possibility of it being a fairy. Like, she knows that that's what it could be, and that's why she kills it, or part of the reason why she kills it. And she goes from despising fairies to feeling guilty for killing them, for killing two of them. Like, she grows so much, and like, it's just the way that it comes around is very like satisfying. Like, I loved it. Amarantha, I love her. Is it bad that I want her back? She's kind of a girl boss. I'm sorry. I need to cosplay her. Yeah, I mean, this was insane. And I'm excited to learn more about Nesta. Like, the way that Nesta also kind of grew. Well, not really grew. I would say she more so showed, like, some true colors towards, like, the ending of the book, you know, with Feyre. It's revealed that she went after her, and the glamour didn't affect Feyre. It worked on Elaine and their dad, but it didn't work on Nesta. So I'm curious why, and I'm curious if, like, her being able to not be affected by the glamour is going to come up later on and be, like, a bigger deal. I'm in awe. I'm not gonna be able to stop thinking about this, and I think I'm gonna pick up the next book tonight. I think I have to read at least a couple chapters tonight, and also finish editing my vlog. But, like, it is so good. It was so worth it. And I know that this video is a little bit of a mess. I'm sorry. This is my first time trying to film anything like this. I will get better at it, but for now, this is what we got. This is definitely a 5-star for me. I don't even care. I know that, like, the next one is supposed to be even better than this one, but, like, I'm obsessed, honestly. So 5 stars. Like, I can't wait to tell my partner all about this book when they get home. It's amazing, and I keep saying that, but, like, I'm not over it. It's so good. I need to cosplay from it. I think I'm gonna cosplay Amarantha. I can't, like I said, I kind of girl boss. I don't know. So I think I'm gonna end it here, just because this video is already long enough as it is. 5-star read, totally worth it. It was amazing. I love the way that Feyre grew during this. I love Rhysand so much. I love him so much. I cannot wait for the next book because I'm in love with him. I get the hype. I really do. Amarantha, amazing fucking villain. I adore her. Tamlin, I'm waiting for him to fuck up, and I'm kind of just excited for it. Lucian, I need more of Lucian. Like, I love this, and I'm not over that she's a high fae now. That's like, I can't. Okay, before I end up ranting even more about this book, I do need to end the video. So thank you for watching if you watched this whole thing, and I appreciate you so much for it, because I know this video is a mess, but I had fun filming it and editing it. So, and I really love this book, and I will absolutely be diving into the rest of the series. So